This is a disclaimer. This episode may contain graphic descriptions of crime and criminal activity. It may not be suitable for listeners under the age of 18 or for those who may find the descriptions as disturbing. Listeners' discretion is advised. Hello and welcome to another episode of Krime KE podcast. My good name is Ajuma and I am very grateful that you took the time to listen in today. Now, first of all, I just want to apologize for uploading this episode very late. Kenya Power decided that I do not deserve electricity today, so I have been unable to do anything. But yeah, thank God. In this week's episode, we talk about the murder of Tiffany Wanyonyi. Tiffany was a police officer attached to Kiwanja police station in Kahawa West. Now, what makes this case especially heartbreaking is the fact that Tiffany, a uniformed police officer who was sworn to protect others, was herself unable to escape the grip of gender-based violence and femicide. And now, without further ado, let us get into today's episode, and please stick around until the end of this episode to find out how you can support this podcast. Tiffany Wanyonyi grew up in Webuye as the firstborn to her parents. They described her as the apple of their eyes. She grew up and soon followed in her father's footsteps to join the Kenya Police Force, a move that made her father very proud of her. By 2024, at the age of 30, she had advanced through the ranks and was serving as Constable Tiffany Wanyonyi, attached to the Kiwanja police station in Kahawa West. According to her parents, Tiffany's relationship with her husband, Jackson Oloitele, with whom she lived with in Nairobi and shared 2 children, was deeply troubled. Her parents told CNN that Jackson, who was 10 years older than Tiffany, would often beat her and insult her, and they would always worry about her safety. They say that most of the conflict in their marriage stemmed from Jackson refusing to find a job and to provide financially for their 2 children. Tiffany had confided in them several times, telling them that Jackson would often insult her, even in front of her colleagues, and there was nothing that she could do about it. Her father said that he had even filed a police report once, but just a few days after filing the case, Tiffany went and withdrew it. She told her parents that they had apparently reconciled and she did not want to pursue a case against the man that she loved. Now, on March 28, 2024, Tiffany traveled home to Misemo village in Webuye for her grandmother's burial. Her family say that she seemed okay during the ceremony and she even spoke well about her grandmother, reminiscing about her long life. After the ceremony, Tiffany was seen living with her husband, Jackson. None of her relatives knew that that would be the last time that they would see her alive. Her father said that he received a call the next morning from the police informing him that his daughter had been killed. He described the next few seconds after that as a blur. He said that he just felt dizzy from the shock of the news that Tiffany was normal. Now, according to the police report, Tiffany was found dead in her bed with deep cuts to her neck and multiple head injuries. The police processed the crime scene and they recovered a panga which they believed was used as the murder weapon. Tiffany's body was transferred to the Lugulu Mission Hospital mortuary for a postmortem, and that was where her parents would see her again. Her father told CNN that he would never forget seeing her at the mortuary that day. He said that was probably the hardest thing that he has ever done. He told CNN, quote, "The way I found my daughter was not easy. She was in 2 pieces, her head and the body. That was how badly she had been murdered." According to the police reports, an argument between Tiffany and Jackson had quickly escalated into the fatal attack. Before the police could get into looking for Jackson, he surrendered himself to the Mbakalo police station in Webuye. He has been in custody since then, and as of July this year, he was still awaiting trial after being charged with Tiffany's murder, and he pleaded not guilty. Tiffany's parents are currently taking care of her 2 children who essentially lost both parents. May her soul rest in peace, and I hope that her family gets their day in court. We have come to the end of this episode. That is all I have for you so far on the murder of Tiffany Wanyonyi. Being that this is an ongoing case and the suspect is still awaiting trial, there isn't much that I can say right now, but you should look out for updates on our social media pages where I will provide an update as soon as it is available. On TikTok and Instagram, we are at Krime.ke. On Facebook, you can find me at Ajuma Millicent. Reach out. I'm always looking forward to hearing from you guys, and I love hearing from you guys. Also, if you're not following us on Instagram and TikTok, then you might be missing out on some of the updates. You can support Krime KE podcast by sharing this podcast with your friends so that you can get a larger community to listen to these cases. I have tagged the podcast contact information and social media pages on the show notes of this episode so that it is easier for you to reach out if you have any feedback on this episode or the podcast in general. We also have a WhatsApp number. You can send in voice notes, suggest cases, and give feedback. I have put it in the show notes. And now, with all that said and done, do not forget to give the podcast a 5-star rating on the platform that you're listening in on, and catch the next episode of Krime KE podcast on Thursday next week. But until then, stay safe and remember, it is crime with a K.